Welcome to this week's edition of Derby Business TV, a weekly roundup of all the news affecting Derby and the county. This week we're really going to focus in on apprentices. There's been a real level of focus on how apprenticeships have been helping companies grow in and around the city. Did you know that since 2010 an extra 2 million apprenticeship starts have occurred in England alone? 170 different industries actually benefit from apprenticeships. They vary from aerospace, the fashion industry, to more recently social media. Back in 1914, the most common age to start was between 15 and 17. Nowadays it tends to be between the ages of 19 and 24. Back again, 100 years ago, the most popular apprenticeship was in the area of dressmaking, closely followed by engineering. Today we see that the most popular is in the area of health and social care, and a staggering 55% of young ladies and women now make up that total. So if you're thinking about becoming an apprentice, well, there are a number of benefits. Firstly, and as opposed to going to university, there are no tuition fees or student loans. Right from the get-go, you can earn while you learn. And indeed, if you take your vocational qualifications up to level 4, well, that's the same as equivalent as having a degree. I think this whole area of practical workspace experience that's invaluable for you in terms of your future life. And I think for those of you who've got the passion and the drive to make a difference, well, it's an opportunity to make a massive impact wherever you work. From an employer's point of view, well, I think there's some great benefits as well. Yeah. For a 16 to 18-year-old, you pay them a subsidised salary, and it's the government who funds their training. 80% of companies who have taken on apprenticeships have seen a real benefit in terms of employee retention in their organisations. And consumers say, about 78%, would say actually they'd rather do business with those companies that have got an apprenticeship scheme. And I think another massive opportunities for you to work alongside your more senior team members. Having them mentor and train young people can be massively satisfying as well. Last week, David Cameron was in town at Bombardier, and there he was able to really celebrate the fact of what they've been doing with regard to their apprenticeship program. In fact, I was sat next to 3 young people and heard firsthand how it's really helped them in terms of the confidence and the focus and the skill sets that they can then bring in to developing their careers. And recently I heard Stuart Garner, the CEO of Norton Motorcycles, very inspiring story of how he's collaborated to set up the British Motorcycling and Manufacturing Academy to bring young people into the art of motorcycle manufacturing. And I think they've now got around 20 new apprenticeships that have started at their base in Castle Donington. Other companies, Rolls-Royce, they have a very big program that they have for apprentices. JCB Academy near Uttoxeter has a very real focus on engineering. Closer to home, recently Hodgkinson Bricklayers Academy has been set up in conjunction with the Derby College, who in turn have a responsibility for developing a lot of apprentices themselves. And earlier this week I caught up with McEvoy-Robinson, a director of Aspire, Achieve and Advance, to really find out a bit more about how they work with young people and get them on a vocation of apprenticeship.
I'm co-owner with Peter Marples. We both set up the company together 7 years ago, and my role now is as a director, so I'm on the board. I'm here most days just working with the senior team, not in a particularly active role, but just making sure that we work with them on strategy and ideas. I'm also whizzing around the country with Peter. We have 32 centres, from Brighton down in the south, Norwich over in the east, Liverpool, my hometown, up in the northwest, Newcastle, Bristol, southwest, and then everywhere in between. So we have 32 centres with almost 2,000 apprentices live across the country. We employ probably nearly 50 staff at head office, including 12 of our own apprentices. So we have 12 apprentices employed by 3As, all in different roles: marketing, social media, accounts, business admin. So hopefully you'll get a chance to meet some of them because they're the passionate young people that we employ.
I love it here. I think it's more the fact of like the real life work experience, whilst I still get to learn and still get days out learning, but then most of the time I'm in a work environment, I get to get my head in the game.
When I was in sixth form, I was really pushed down going to uni. We actually had separate classes. One class focused on going down the work route and the apprenticeship route, and then my class was literally every lesson was get your UCAS application sorted, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I literally never even thought about doing an apprenticeship until after I left sixth form.
Instead of just sitting behind a computer doing a task that's set by a government, you're actually doing set tasks that are actually going to benefit a business and benefit you because you're going to see the results.
Well, for me, it's very personal. I think apprenticeships provide an outstanding opportunity for young people to earn and learn at the same time. And I think the economy as it is, not just at the moment, but in the past 5 years and certainly in the next 5, 10, 15 years, I think young people should have an opportunity to experience working life, and an apprenticeship really offers that opportunity so you can earn some money, you can make a contribution to the economy, and you can also gain valuable working experience. But fundamentally, if I was to knock on David Cameron's door today, I would say please, please make it compulsory that objective careers advice is given throughout primary and secondary education. And it cannot be teachers alone who do that, it must be professionals. Here at 3As we offer professional services. We're very, very good at offering level 3 and level 4 apprenticeships in IT, that's professional IT. So it's all the technical side, web development, software and programming. We also offer digital and social media and marketing, so it's a marketing apprenticeship with a big emphasis on social media. We offer accountancy at levels 3 and 4. We also offer 2 new programs in financial services and business administration. And I think for me, inspiring young people to see what the world of work is like has got to be something that we improve upon. When I was at school, you know, you might go and do a week's work experience making the tea or something boring. It doesn't really give you an opportunity to see what working life is like. And I just think that we need to do much, much more as a country in order to inspire young people to become entrepreneurs, to go and work in business, to go and work in marketing. I bet a lot of them don't even know what that is. So there has to be things that we can do together with the employers of Derby to help inspire young people.
Wow, some fantastic insights and inspiration from Di. If you're interested in taking on an apprentice, then look in the description box below for more information. Well, that's it for this time. We look forward to seeing you next week for some further news impacting the Derby region.